In this very hopefully super short video, I'm going to give you a little bit of background information on some of the tools that I pulled out for the math digital storytelling. I'm going to start with reiterating the fact that this is really built for any type of devices. So I try to consider all of our district devices. It's kind of impossible to do, but some teachers have iPads, some have Chromebooks, some only have a lab, some have just what the kids bring. It's crazy, but I'll start with the idea of creating a math conversation. I love Google Story Builder because the kids are actually building, making kind of a Google Doc. And you basically create characters and build this conversation. And then Google Story Builder turns it into a story and applies music, which I'm not always a fan of music, but at the same time, we're just building a fun kind of conversation. It tends to be kind of short, but it's a cool way of doing it. Another way to build a conversation, there's plenty of text tools out there to build fake text messages. This one was one between Big Sean the rapper and Pythagoras, because Pythagoras, of course, is all about the music, and then you pull out a pop culture person and have the kids research what would a conversation be like between these two individuals. So those were two different kind of ideas. Another idea is to create a historical tour of math using Google Tour Builder, which is Mac or PC. The idea is that the kids aren't just reading a very long packet about some of the historical stuff they have to read, especially in geometry. They're doing some research and then applying those different sprites all over the world, including images, video, text, and dates, and basically building a big story. We did constructions last year, and this is a concept that we did about geometric constructions using GeoGebra and Google Maps, where the kids actually placed landmarks of our three high schools and had to find the centermost point where maybe you have three friends at a different school and they would meet in the park. So taking a concept like this, it's pretty easy, I think, to build a story around that idea, and so that's an idea as well. So getting to some of the applications about creating a video. I did this with teachers who were kind of brand new to the idea of using technology, so I really did simplify this. I didn't include all of this into their session. We focused on 30 hands and telegami. 30 hands allow students to basically build slides where they can place backgrounds, write on it, record over it, and then it creates a video. And it's a free application. So it looks all kiddie-ish, but even for what some older kids have to do, it's a great application for that. Telegami allows kids to make 30-second videos with an avatar, kind of like Boki. And paired with iMovie, they can make several different cuts and snip it together in iMovie, and it creates a cool kind of concept. Explain Everything is an app. It explains everything. It's $2.99, but you can include video, interactives, PDFs, PowerPoint, slides, anything into this video to piece it together for your story. MoveNote is an app. It's paid on an iPad. It's $2.99 iPad and Android store, but the web version is always free. If your students are using the Chrome, they can use WeVideo, and it doesn't have to be a Chromebook. It can be just like the Chrome browser. It used to be collaborative, but it's only collaborative if you pay for the collaboration part. Other than that, it's in browser. It's in browser video editing. It's another cool tool to use. Moving on really quick, to build a story slideshow, you have Haiku Deck, which I absolutely love, iPad app and web version, and I like for the students to actually build a slideshow. I shouldn't say I like, they like to build a slideshow themselves, but then export that to use in other applications like MoveNote or Telegami or 30 Hands. Narrable, you create a teacher account. You can also create student accounts. The students upload images, add text, record voice, and then of course Google presentation, Google Slides, whatever we want to call it. The students do the planning, they build the slides of their story. You can leave it as a Google presentation. You don't have to do all the extra media stuff. That's a great start, and be okay with doing that if that's what you need to do. If your students want to create a digital book, I pulled out 3 different apps that I kind of like, that were easier for students to use, like Little Story Creator. It looks all kiddie, but it's actually works better than its big brother, Story Creator Pro. Book Creator's paid app, but awesome because the kids can add video, images, sound, and upload it to iTunes, which is always cool. And Bookabee is a free app. Kids can add text and images. They can write in it, but they cannot add video, which if you don't need video, it's all good. And of course, I'm a huge fan of MoveNote. Like I said, the MoveNote app version where the kids create the slides in something else and put it in Drive, upload it to MoveNote, and visually tell their story with their personality, which is kind of cool. Moving right along to creating the digital posters. So we have Discovery Ed's Board Builder, which if you're a Discovery Ed district, kids actually have access to this kind of Glockster-like object, but it's not Glockster. It's free with Discovery Ed, where they can add in whatever and include different parts from Discovery Ed into their story. And it's a great tool for doing that. Tack.com digital poster website. They can create an account with their Google accounts if they have that. And it's kind of, if you're kind of clunky, I say, on the video end, because they can only upload video to certain websites. And that kind of bothered me, especially for us, where our younger kids don't have access to YouTube. And ThingLink, where kids can basically take an image and layer links from the web on it. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the Bulb app. The Bulb app is a tool I learned about at TCEA, and I actually love this little thing because on any device that kids are using, they can create this digital poster, upload their own video. So if they've made the video on their device, they can upload it in a Bulb and creates this basically website portfolio, and they can build several of these stories. I encourage you to check that out. And last but not least, I'm going to end it with incorporating some of the math. Now I gave just some applications like Geometry Pad, Think 3D. There are plenty more out there where the kids can actually make diagrams on their iPad and save it to the device to include in their story. I love Minecraft. It has a lot of different math applications. Go do some research on it because I could sit here and talk about that for 15 minutes. But incorporating also graphs from Desmos, diagrams from GeoGebra, and really great looking equations from DOM Equation Editor, which is an online editor. It's a Chrome app. You should get it because I like the way it does equations a lot better than Google does. And so that is that in terms of the tools that you can use for digital creation. And if you have any questions or concepts, ideas, email me. Refrans. Talk to you later.